Yo, I am super happy to report that last week was a very productive week here at Pugliese Speed Shop. We uh, we learned some lessons without screwing anything up, and this is something that might help you guys out. So here you go. Here's your Tuesday morning tech tip from Pugliese Speed Shop. In case you guys aren't following along, which I can't believe that, but we did a little body work last week, and I say that like that because definitely not the traditional body work that we've been doing on the Ford. Don't worry, guys, we are still working on it. It's just slow going, and I don't think people want to watch me just constantly sanding and filling and sanding and filling and sanding. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we're on the Suburban, and for those of you that don't remember, this door used to not be in immaculate showroom condition like it is right now. It was folded over, kinked up, and rippled, and well, worse than it still is. All right, but I promise you, this is like light years better than it was before. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the episode. The proof's in the pudding. That's what they say, right? I don't even know what that means. Like, if I'm eating pudding, I'm not looking for proof. I'm just eating pudding because that stuff's good. Anyways, here we go. I'm gonna turn you guys around, show you what made this so different, and I kind of got to get the soccer ball out of the door, anyways. So we'll come over here and open our perfect for us door, and let's get the. It's still kind of inflated. All right, this might take a minute. Oh, that's not. Oh. We'll get it, guys. We'll get it. Ah, that's still good. Yeah, no problem. So, I mean, we'll probably have to push this back in a little bit, but we'll worry about that when we put the door panel back on. Guys, obviously I'm pretty stoked about how this thing came out, right? And like I said at the end of the video when I was working on it, no, it's not perfect, but it's definitely perfect for this build. And you guys keep watching, you'll get it. I bet some of you already do. But all that being said, a soccer ball. So at first, a couple weeks back, I was working on this door very, very crudely. I had a block of wood and like a 3-pound sledgehammer. I did have some hammers and dollies, but I didn't use them, right? I just beat on this thing, like just I beat on it, all right? You get it. And yeah, it did, it came out like a little bit. It looked better, right? I don't know. But I am so glad that I did that and posted that video, because one of our just super loyal subscribers, Lonnie, left a comment and said, "Hey, why don't you try the basketball thing, man?" And I was like, "Dude, I've heard of that." And it's one of those things you think about it afterwards every time. And then Howie Mook, you guys know Howie, right? You should. He said sometimes a football, just because of his shape, get him. I was like, oh, that makes sense too. All right, yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. Didn't have a basketball for some absurd reason. I had a soccer ball. I've never played soccer a day in my life, but there it was. So we tried the football, and it just wouldn't come out far enough. Obviously the size of the ball was limited that, but it would be better for maybe in a corner somewhere or something like that. But I put that soccer ball in there, and bro, I couldn't believe it. Then where that line is, this line right where here, no, went the wrong way. That one. I just put a dolly back there and just hammered through it. Got that line close, right? And when the door came in, it actually kicked it back. So now it's lined up there. It seals good. It lines up with the other door. And guys, I'm happy, right? And I wish I would have thought, like I said, we've all heard of this, right? I wish I would have thought of it. It's kind of funny. I was just rewatching a video. I'm scrolling through my stuff, seeing how things are doing and whatnot. It'll always show me like a video that recently had a bunch of hits. And it was the one where the kid had a little fender bender. And we're at my brother's house and had to take the Eldorado apart inside, which, whew, that was crazy. And then we got it decent, right? Because it was pretty mangled up. Popped a lot of stuff out. My brother buffed it out. The car looks good. We haven't touched it since then. And, you can barely, there's a little, but not bad at all. But I got in there because you couldn't reach. There was like an opening on the side, in the door jamb. I took the vent off. I'd get in there, and then a little bit behind it. But it wasn't really good access for any of it. So we're reaching weirdly, and we ended up having a pipe, and we were trying to we had a rag on the end of it to try and, and we weren't putting a lot of pressure on it, but that Eldorado, it's thin, guys. It's a 98, it's when they started making stuff kind of out of beer cans, as Jay was saying, right? So it did. There's a couple spots where you can see little pokes out, even with the rag on there. And I was like, oh, man, it pissed me off because the paint on that car is pretty good. For original 1998 paint, it's actually really good. So I could fix it, but I'd have to hammer and dolly it, and then that paint's going to be ruined right there. And we're not wanting to paint that thing. Not right yet, anyways. We'll see how that goes down the road. But I know my brother's got a compressor. I know he's got a basketball and a football and all that kind of stuff at the house. So if I would have thought of this back then, I wouldn't beat myself up every time I look at the kid's car now. Because when I see it, I'm like, oh, it drives me nuts. And I dwell on it. If you guys have been around for a while, I dwell on stuff like that. Mistakes I made that I wish I didn't, right? You can't take it back. All you can do is learn from it. And this is the perfect thing to learn from, because this door is never, ever going to be perfect. Now, if I cared enough to do all that, yeah, I could pull the door up, put it on stand or whatever, hammer and dolly away, and maybe get that crease out and heat this and stretch this and shrink that. And it's probably not worth it because I could find another door without any dents in it. I don't know, a couple $100, and it's going to take me a lot of time to get that door even ready for filler, because I don't want to just right. No, some people do, but with this, that's what I'm loving about this SUV is I don't want it to be perfect. So the way that came out, awesome. If I'd have thought about it the first time, maybe it'd be a little bit less beating on the door. But hey, I need my friends there to help me out. So guys, I appreciate it, man. That's just, you guys leaving comments is awesome, because I learned something. So everybody's got something to teach. And here I am peddling my tech tip on somebody else's tech tip. So this is actually a Tuesday morning tech tip from Lonnie with an assist in there from Howie. And hopefully everybody learned something. Thanks for watching, guys.